Shalom and welcome to Jewish Live, the show about people and issues in Judaism and some secrets you missed out in Hebrew school. When I visited Israel, I went to the holy city of Hevron. Chevron is one of the holiest cities, second holiest city in the Jewish tradition, Jewish religion, and Jewish history. This is where we started, in Chevron. Actually, the Talmud says that there are three cities that nobody can challenge the ownership, and one of them is Chevron. If we're going to look right behind me, I have a picture of three of the cities, and if you're going to look to on the right side there, you have a picture of Chevron, which is the cave of the patriarchs, and the matriarchs, the Ma'arat HaMachpelah. According to the Bible, anybody that believes in the Bible, the three major religions that are based in the Bible, and all those who believe in the Bible, Christians, Muslims, and Jews, we all know that Abraham bought the cave of Machpelah, Ma'arat HaMachpelah, the cave where the matriarchs and the patriarchs were buried. This is section 1 that we have on this picture. We have Ma'arat HaMachpelah, the cave of Machpelah, as we learn in Genesis that Abraham bought it for 400 coins that were internationally accepted. Section number 2, we have Mount Moriah, which is also known as the Temple Mount, which was purchased by King David for the purpose of building the temple as described in the book of Samuel and the book of Kings. And then we have in section number 3, we have the holy city of Shechem. Shechem is the burial place of Joseph, which was purchased by his father Jacob, and Joseph asked to be buried in that city. These are the three holy cities that nobody else can challenge. It is written there in the Bible that we bought them for money. We didn't even conquer it. When we talk about these holy places, I visited Hebron, and boy, did I have an experience. I was so uplifted. I was so inspired. That was thanks to my guest, Rabbi Daniel Cohen, who is the Chabad Shliach to the holy city of Hebron. Rabbi Cohen, thanks for coming. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I want to give you a public thank you for the most inspiring part of my trip to Israel. Rabbi Cohen, how did you end up in Hebron? Were you born in Hebron?
No, I was born in Brooklyn, actually.
Okay.
When I was 6, my parents made Aliyah, that's the term we use in Hebrew, moved to Israel. Grew up in Israel, and I always had a deep connection to the city. I studied in Kiryat Arba, which is the adjacent town, right above Hebron. And after we got married, a few years later, when we decided to join the army of the Lubavitcher Rebbe's emissaries that are spread around the world, we decided that our spot is going to be downtown Hebron.
Okay, now I'm going to play both sides of the coin here. You don't need to defend yourself why you're connected to Hebron, because we're all connected to Hebron. Our roots are there. Our forefathers are there. No question. On the other hand, you said yourself you came from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically an American who invaded other people's territory. What's your defense on that?
Well, first of all, any Jew from anywhere around the world has the same right to the land of Israel as any Israeli that was born there, because God in the Bible did not give the Holy Land to the Israelis. He gave it to the Jewish nation for generations and generations to come, and that were before. That was a very good point you brought up. I'm happy you brought it up about invading other people's properties. You see, one of the misconceptions that people would like to give about the city of Hebron is that really the whole idea of Jews settling in that heavily populated Arab area started in 1967 after the Six-Day War. And again, people give off that people, I'm talking about the media, other groups that have that interest to give over the idea that the whole Jewish story in Hebron started after the Six-Day War, when a group of settlers, extreme Jews, decided to take advantage of the situation that the Israeli army conquered the city and settled inside. The truth of the matter is that the Jewish history in Hebron started from the days of Abraham, but continued ever since. We're talking about the days of King David. The first 7 years that King David was the king of Israel was in the city of Hebron, the first 7.5 years.
Incidentally, his father is buried in Hebron
That's
as
true.
well.
That's true. And the highest point of Hebron is the burial site of Yishai, the father of King David. Going on till the first temple period, the second temple period. Even when Jews were exiled from the land of Israel, there was always a Jewish presence in the city of Hebron. Probably the group that had the most impact was the Jews that were expelled from Spain, 1492. Hundreds of them came to Israel. Many of them chose to live in Hebron. The Avram Avinu neighborhood, which we both visited, where I live, was built by those Jews. And really, all this Jewish history stopped in 1929.